it's Olga here from olgadegtyaryeva.com and Productivity for Scientists. This is where you overcome overwhelm, become more productive, get in charge of your day while feeling happy in your life. And today I'm talking to you from my travels. I've been traveling with the motorhomes through Europe for about a month and a bit with my 3 kids. And today I want to share with you a strategy to help you deal with your deadline. Especially if you're feeling disheartened or demotivated that maybe you won't be able to manage it or you won't get there on time. I want to give you a traveling analogy. Okay, that's because obviously I'm traveling, so I thought of it, but I've been teaching it for years now to my private and group coaching clients, and it's been really helping them, okay? So this is especially relevant if you're a PhD student, and obviously your journey towards your PhD is very, very long, and sometimes it's treacherous, right? The experiment didn't work out, and then you don't know if you're gonna manage to get there on time, and maybe the writing up is not going very well because you're having a writing block, or maybe there are some other difficulties, there are some health issues, so it just feels like there are detours and delays. And then the problem is that you start to doubt if you're ever gonna get there, if you're ever gonna get your PhD, if you're ever gonna finally manage to complete your journey, complete this huge project and move on, right? So I work with a lot of PhD students, and I can totally relate to this problem and to this fear. Okay, but if you're not a PhD student, a postdoc or a staff, you know, think of a project that you've been working on for very, very long. Okay, just recently had a client who's been a postdoc now several times, and she said they were submitted a paper or submitted and published a paper for 10 years, from 10 years ago. So it could be, some of you could have some really long-standing projects if you're a postdoc or staff, right? So think of those. Ask yourself, how do you feel about those, right? Do you ever doubt that, or are you in doubt that you will never gonna get there? It's never gonna be published, or you're never gonna get to the end of your PhD, all right? So this is a strategy for you, the traveling analogy, okay? So now think about when you went on a travel and then it was really delayed. For some reason, it could have been, driving and then the motorway was closed because of the major accident or really bad weather, and maybe you needed to get off and even take a hotel, so you would arrive next day while you expected to arrive by the end of the evening. Or maybe it's like a longer travel when you travel on a train and a bus, and maybe you don't know the country and the language, and there would be like major, like again, weather conditions, or maybe you got sick on the trip and you couldn't travel anymore. Maybe there is a cancellation of a flight or a train. Or it could be simply that you goes through the country roads and you took a wrong turn. Like now I've been traveling in the motorhome for over a month, and we went from Scotland through the whole of England, and crossing to France, through France, and through the whole of Spain to the south of Spain. And at some point in France, I took one wrong turn and then another wrong turn without realizing, and I was going north instead of going south for about 45 minutes. So you can cover a lot of distance in 45 minutes. And then when I realized that I was in the middle of nowhere, the GPS kept dropping, so I couldn't really just use that. I was retracing then my steps, like remembering what turns did I take. So I ended in the middle of nowhere with no reception, with no proper sign. They were just all very small villages. There were no signs to the motorway or the big city that I could recognize. And there I was, and I did, get upset, but then I retraced my steps, and soon I was on the way to a big city in south direction again. So this is my recent story. I want you to think of your own story. My clients shared with me lots of different stories, driving for hundreds of kilometers or traveling, meeting up with their friends and relatives on the other side who are waiting for them, and maybe it's even like a special festival or occasion, and they would be delaying and arriving late, right? So I want you to think about it really clearly about your example. And the thing about it, this happens. This is the nature of the travel, right? So this is why by now I'm more relaxed, and I don't really now mind if we take a wrong turn or if we have a detour, because we discover new places like this one, which was absolutely unexpected. I would never have thought or planned even to be here. But it's just so beautiful here by the river in the south of Spain. Because the south of Spain is all about beaches and sea and the mountains. So here we are near a river. So, but what is important about this strategy and this analogy with travels is that at any point on your travel, even when you got lost or delayed or needed to take even overnight stay somewhere, have you doubted that your destination exists? We don't usually doubt it, right? We know that our destination exists, that our friends or relatives are waiting there, that we're going to come there sooner or later and sleep in our bed, or visit our friends or relatives. We know that the destination exists. It hasn't been washed off by, by the rain or by the bad weather from the face of this earth, of this planet, right? So this is an important point in this analogy. I want you now to go back to your PhD or to your really long outstanding project, and to envision that destination. The destination for you is a submission of your thesis, going to the defense, defending it, and being awarded the PhD degree. Or if it's a long-standing project, it's a submission of that paper and acceptance of that paper and seeing it published. I want you to envision that destination and never ever doubt you're going to get there. Do no doubt, save yourself the energy, the worries. Just do not doubt that you will get there. You will get there maybe with some delays and with some difficulties, with some detours, and maybe you'll feel lost a lot of the time. But do not doubt the destination exists, because it's out there, okay? I believe in you, absolutely. And save that energy and put this energy in getting there. Put this energy now in thinking of new ways of how to deal with this difficulty. What detour do you need to make? What new approaches do you need to implement? I hope this is inspiring for you. This is the end of this analogy. Do not ever doubt that your destination exists, and just deal with the difficulties, okay? So this is all for today. I have two things I want to ask you. If you're not yet receiving these videos into your email box, go to my website, olgadoktoreva.com, go to the top, download your free resources, and you will also receive this video straight into your email inbox. Okay? And then if you know someone who is struggling with a PhD, with a long-standing project, maybe they lost hope, maybe they're really doubting themselves, forward them this video. Okay? Thank you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye.